Debonair. Okay.
What's good, y'all? Shout out to notification gang for hitting the like button. And the video never starts yet, y'all. Villas ones in it. I appreciate you anyway. So I'm seeing two captions here, or well, this was a comment. It says, "When did you realize?" So the caption here at the top says, "When did I realize I was given a quote unquote shut up ring?" I have no idea what that is. I don't know what that means. I had somebody send this to me on TikTok. Shout out to y'all. Y'all are the GOATs. If you haven't already, please make sure you add me on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All the links are in the description. All the links are in the about page. Y'all go ahead. Y'all click away. Like I said, I had somebody send this to me on TikTok. I had no idea what it was. I had a young lady, I would assume it's a subscriber to my channel. She sent this to me, and I was sitting there thinking to myself while I was reading. I just downloaded it immediately because I was literally in a meeting at work, so I couldn't really pay attention or watch it or even scroll through the comments like how I usually do. So I downloaded the video, saved it immediately. Let's get into it, y'all. Straight up blind reaction. We about to get into it.
I'll tell you when I realized that I had been given a shut up ring, and it's probably not what you expect. I realized the first few weeks of our marriage. Like literally right as soon as we settled in together, settled into married life, I realized we had made the wrong choice. Because I'd spent so much of our relationship wondering where it was going, because we had this like long impending long distance with no end in sight. I wanted commitment. I wanted to know that there was an end to this and that there was going to be commitment at the end of the road. And that's what I thought that I needed. So that held me through, you know, the engagement, the proposal is what kept me thinking the relationship, it's going to be better when, it's going to be better when we move and we live in the same place. It's going to be better when we're married. And lo and behold, after the wedding, when the dust settled from all the wedding bliss, nothing was better and I wasn't any happier. And that was a huge learning moment for me, because that's when I really realized that whole, you can't control other people, you can't change other people, you can't force someone to be the person that you need them to be. And I guess for a long time I thought I had accomplished that, because I had convinced him to marry me and I had convinced him to put an end to the long distance. But yeah, as soon as the dust settled, I realized that the ring, the proposal, the marriage, the wedding, none of that changed anything. We still had all the exact same problems that we had before. It took about 2 years for us to kind of live with it. And
Real quick, y'all. Real quick. Hold on. Great point towards the last part. And to piggyback off that, this is the thing that a lot of people need to understand, right? Getting married does not put a band, it doesn't help out the problems that you already have. Only thing it does is prolong it. It's like putting tape on a damn cracked piece of furniture. Like, all right, cool, it's doing its job, sticking it and holding it together, but eventually that tape is going to fail. It's the same thing with this, with people getting pregnant in trash relationships. Why are you having? You thought you having this man baby was going to make it better? You thought it was going to help? No, it doesn't do any of that. But then when we're having these types of conversations, they'll sit up here and look at you goddamn crazy. They're going to sit here and look at you crazy. Because it's that type of damn, and to be fair, I'm going to give it to her. She has a certain level of awareness, and she's basically saying, "Hey, listen, this is what I noticed. This is what I seen. This is what I realized. This is where I messed up." So I have to give her credit. I wish she would have did this prior to getting married, but you know, it is what it is. Now I think I understand what a shut up ring is, but let me just play this whole thing out in its entirety because I don't want to assume. But I'm putting two and two together, so I think I'm starting to see what a shut up ring is. Me personally, y'all, real quick before I continue, I say this all the time. I don't believe in long distance. What did she say? What did she talk about? Oh, we was in a long distance. I didn't see each other. I thought we didn't see each other. I figured that, you know, after we getting married and we moved in together, everything was going to get better. ABC 1 2 3. No, you guys were supposed to come together and make that work out prior to the marriage. Now more than ever, because y'all, before y'all take this hurdle, before y'all take this jump, these are the things you have to realize and look forward to. These are things you have to realize and look forward to. So when I say all that, man, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, okay, cool. All these things were happening prior to marriage. I would imagine it happened mainly because of the long distance and it just wasn't working. How about you guys get rid of the long distance and make it work together and then do that for 3 months, 6 months, hell, even a year. And if everything is still going afloat, hell, get married. I would say do it. But if things is getting worse or just as bad, getting worse or whatever, take the L and keep moving. Take that L and keep it moving. Let's keep going, y'all. Let me hear her finish this. But I believe I have an idea of what a shut up ring is now.
And for our marriage to fall apart. And towards the end, you know, trying to salvage it, that's when I feel like all the shut up moves started happening. When I was like, I'm really unhappy. I'm thinking about maybe potentially getting a divorce. Let's maybe separate for a while and get some time apart. And that's when, you know, I needed to tell me I'm pretty. That happened for about a week. I needed to buy me flowers. That probably happened once or twice. Or I needed to go to therapy. We talked about it, but it never actually ended up happening. Then towards the end, I was just so exhausted with everything. I was so exhausted that, you know, I wasn't really as convinced by the shut up moves as I had been previously. And that's when I started really paying attention to his actions. You know, I didn't care that I got flowers one time. I needed to see if it was going to become a regular thing, or I needed to see if I was being complimented or being showed affection or being told that I was loved. And I just realized it was done a few times and then it just got completely forgotten about because things were better. When I realized those things were never actually going to stick and they were never actually going to stay around, that's when I decided that I was done. Anyways, I'm Monica. I share my mistakes in life and love so you don't have to make the same ones. Okay, love you, bye.
Yeah, so from what I gathered, a shut up ring, and I could be wrong, but from what I gathered, a shut up ring is given to a woman when things are not going their way, when things are rocky, if somebody is pressuring you, you know, as far as giving an ultimatum in a relationship to be married, then a dude will just be like, okay, cool, let me just buy this ring so you can shut up. That's what I'm gathering so far. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm always open to the possibility of being wrong, but that's what I got, because she didn't really fully understand. She didn't really fully explain what the hell a shut ring is, but it is what it is. That's what I gathered from it. That's what I took from it. As far as her and her relationships, me personally, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, man, listen, I honestly believe, uh, the main reason why it failed or there was errors like it was is because of the long distance. I just don't. I everybody's different, but I just, you know, I just don't believe in that. I'm not clingy by far. I ain't got to see you every goddamn day. I ain't got to be. You ain't got to be under me 24/7. I'm not saying none of that crap. But what I am saying is, there's a certain amount of times I would expect to see you within a week. 2-3 times a week is standard. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I'm saying once a week, twice a week is standard. 3 times, 4 times a week is somewhat ideal, especially if you got past like the 6 months or a year dating phase. Definitely, I would love to see you more often, and stuff like that. If not, you know, 4 days, 4 or 5 days a week. 1-2 is standard. Every Friday or Saturday, whatever case may be. All right, cool. You spend a night or whatever, and then go from there. But that's don't do long distance, y'all. Please stay away from that trash. I want y'all to comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this video, man. Thanks for watching. And until next time, please, man, be safe,